Hello students and teachers, and welcome to the pre-expedition report for the Treehouse Challenge. It's the day before this trip starts, which is tomorrow, Monday the 7th of August, and I'm here at home just getting ready with the equipment that I'm going to need for the dry forest investigation, the rainforest investigation and the wet forest investigation. It's a long time away from home, and packing the gear not only to be comfortable and safe, but also to enjoy ourselves out there is very important. So let's have a look at what I'm taking. So obviously one of the most important ingredients for expedition is the food. Now I won't go through the food bags, but there's enough food in there for at least a week as we start the expedition. There's a raincoat down there, overpants, a nice warm jumper, lots of clothes, socks and thermal underwear and all sorts of things. That one's a bit special. I'm looking for the Bombers to make the finals this year. Down here we've got different packing bags, gloves, an umbrella, that's a bit different, water bottle. This is a thermos, so I can take hot drinks up into the treehouse. Methylated spirits, because I'm cooking on a trangia. So the trangia is how I'll be cooking hot food. Water bladders, sharp knife and spoon, a mug, a tree hammock, different types of shelter. So I've got a tarp overhang, a tarp 6 by 3 meters, a wonderful Cedar Summit, Wilderness Equipment tent, thanks guys, a pillow, very important, walking boots for when we're doing the ground explorations, a backpack. There's some gaiters down there, they're good for when you're in the bush. This is my sleeping bag, again courtesy of Cedar Summit, and that's a brand new sleeping mat which I'm testing out. So that's got air in it to keep me up off the ground. If we go over here, first aid kit, toilet paper, need that. This is what I call my bag of goodies. EPIRB, GPS, various tapes, repair kits for tents, batteries, headlight, string for who knows what, lighter, what else have we got down there? Sewing kit, spare torch, batteries, thanks Hope. Moving along, we've got maps of all the areas we're visiting, and I'll swip around here. We've got books that we can read and make reference to, so that I can maybe field some of your questions, especially the ones that scientists can't be bothered answering. So safety in the bush, native trees of Tasmania, knots, map reading, flowers and plants, forest trees, you get the idea. It's going to be pretty special. Now, yes, the mountain one as well. Now the nitty gritty, the climbing rope. There's about 170 metres left in that tub there. I've got some different shoes I want to try out. These are actually from last year's expedition. These were pack rafting shoes, but I'm going to try them out for tree climbing. Some more climbing rope, a helmet, gloves and a bit of specialised, that's a thing called a gree-gree. I don't know how to use it properly yet. There's a bag to put it all in. That's the climbing harness. For those of you that I visited in schools, you would have seen me wearing that. During the expedition, you'll see a lot of that. Now, the thing in here, that's actually our treehouse, but I'm not going to pull it out until we get out there. Now, John Middendorf from D4, and he's making these tree house platforms. I think he prefers to call them rock climbing ledges, right here in Tasmania. So he's loaning us that for the month. Along here, I've got the communication or power gear. So I've got the phone in my hand that I'll be using to do all my reporting. Down here, we've got a battery, another battery, and another battery. And what I'm missing at the moment, I've got to collect off a friend, is a solar panel. And the solar panel, plus using the car that I'm driving, will charge up the batteries. That's a selfie stick that I was using a minute ago. That's a brand new thing I thought I'd try out for this expedition. And then we move over to, if you like, the observation or science gear. That's a remote sensing camera to see what large animals are hopping through the different forest types. There's some more reference books. These ones are great because they're waterproof and I can walk around in the rain and use them to identify fungus or eucalyptus trees. Some flagging tape to sort of pinpoint some exciting discoveries, some safety glasses, a moisture measuring tool, mainly for the garden, but we're going to try it in the forest, a thermometer, Thought that'd be interesting to get the daily temperatures. And a rain gauge so that we can see how much it's raining out there. Hopefully not too much. This is a little magnifying glass. And I'm hoping to get lots of insects and bugs under that for you guys to have a look at online. And obviously we need to take records of what we find. So we've got sketchbooks and graph paper and a nice strong notebook. And last of all, I've got a toilet seat lid that needs a bit of a clean. And I know you're all interested in how I go to the toilet out there. Well, this goes on a bucket for this expedition. And I poo in a bucket in these compostable bags. And I take it out of the forest so that no one has to come across it in the future. So that is most of the equipment we'll be taking for the Treehouse Challenge. So that's the equipment we're taking on the Treehouse Challenge. Now I guess we better actually go on the Treehouse Challenge. So I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys on the website and even some of you out in the bush over the next month. Make sure you get involved in the discussion boards. Make sure you touch base with our scientists, Dr. Sue Baker, Dr. Alistair Richardson, and of course our tree climbing specialist who's going to be with me for a lot of the expedition, Yoav Barnes. You're going to meet some of those guys on the very first day or two of the expedition, and there's a whole lot of interesting stuff coming your way, so stay tuned to expeditionclass.com and the Treehouse Challenge. Bye for now.